Hi friends, welcome to my December newsletter. It's the 5th of December 2025 and the days are getting pretty dim and gloomy and short here in Yorkshire. So this month I'm going to update you on my London research trip, which I went on just after I spoke to you last month. I haven't been down to London for quite a while and I was really going to visit some friends, but whilst I was down there, I wanted to do some research for the series I'm working on at the moment. In particular, I wanted to figure out a location for the headquarters of my guild and possibly a couple of other locations while I was about it. Now, I'd done some research on Google Maps before I went down, so I had a couple of areas in mind to look around. But the thing I really love about London is how you can just wander the streets and come across interesting things. So I started out actually when I got the train down. I thought I'd go for some lunch before I started wandering the streets. And I really love Middle Eastern food, and it's something that's really hard to get up here in Yorkshire. So I'd found this lovely little cafe which I went to near King's Cross. And as I was walking back from it, I found this derelict building. Well, it wasn't really derelict, it was being renovated or possibly demolished. I'm not quite sure. The facade was still there, so the front was still there. But behind it, it seemed that the whole building behind it had been pretty much lifted away. But outside this building, there were some beautiful, huge rowan trees. And if you know anything about folklore, you know that rowan trees are planted as a symbol of protection and to ward off evil spirits. So my thoughts immediately went to what could we use this building for? And I have a few thoughts on that, which I haven't developed yet. But for my main headquarters, the main location I was looking at was around Wapping, which is on the river just east of the City of London. So it's pretty central, but it's got quite a long, interesting history. There are lots of murders in there, smugglers. It was the place where pirates used to be executed. So there's plenty of folklore there. And it also has these big warehouse buildings, which most of them have been gentrified now. They've been turned into flats, and it's a very popular, quiet area close to the city. But it's an area which when I lived in London, I worked fairly nearby and I used to run through Wapping and walk through there on my lunch breaks. So it was nice to return to there, and hopefully I'll be able to come up with some plans for how I can use it in my series. I also went to a really interesting bookshop, which I thought you might like to hear about. And I came across this really by accident when I was walking with my friends later in the day. It's called Treadwell's Books. It's located near the British Museum, and it's full of books about occult, magic, and mysticism. So if you're into that kind of thing and you're in London, then I recommend going and having a browse. I bought just one book. I managed to restrain myself because I didn't have much space in my bag, but I bought a book on runes, which I am again going to be looking at over the coming weeks or possibly after Christmas, I think now, as because that does feed into one aspect of my book, which I will reveal in due course. So it was a useful trip as well as being a fun trip. I used to live down in London. I lived there for 4 years. And my the first series I wrote, which is the Wall series, is also set in London. So it's dystopian London, but it does have quite a few present day locations, references to the underground and things like that. So if you love books which are set in London, then obviously you should check it out if you haven't already. It's available in ebook and paperback, and the full series is now published. So it would make a great Christmas gift for the dystopian book lover in your life if you're struggling for Christmas gifts. And yeah, it was nice to return, and it's always nice to walk around London. Last month was also a really busy month. It honestly feels like I've only just blinked since I last spoke to you. Both my husband and I have birthdays in November, and it was a big birthday. So we had a lot of his family around to celebrate, which was really fun. But I have done a lot of hosting over the past few months. And while I love having people around to the house, it really is tiring and draining. And I'm glad that we have a bit of quieter time now. Although just after everyone left, we then all got sick. So we've had a couple of weeks of the kids being off school, or at least my eldest was off school. And my husband and I both got sick. We're Much better now, but still feeling pretty wiped out and tired. It's kind of definitely a lingering bug. I'm not sure if it was COVID or something else, but whatever it was, we're still recovering. And actually, my youngest has just had a temperature the past couple of days. So he's now poorly. So it's been pretty tiring because obviously during the day they're so young that if they're off school, then I have to look after them. So I've been catching up on work during the evenings and weekends. So I haven't really, unfortunately, had any time for writing this month. And we're now into Christmas preparations. We finally got our tree up the other day. I will, if you see the email version of this newsletter, I will put a photo in there of our Christmas tree. It is definitely not an Instagrammable Christmas tree because we let our 2-year-old and 5-year-old decorate it. So it was decorated with love. And it looks beautiful to me because it has all our special decorations on that we've made over the years. But yeah, it's definitely not a model picture perfect Christmas tree, but that's fine. I think Christmas for us is all about doing what you love and family time. So over the next few weeks, I'll be doing more of that, getting ready for Christmas. And so writing and book stuff is probably going to have to wait till the new year. But I will be back at the beginning of January with another update and hopefully some information on my plans for next year. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a fun, festive time. And if not, then I hope you can take time to rest and recuperate, because during these long, dark nights and the short days, that's really what our bodies need. It's time for rest and hibernation. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.